Hello friends, welcome back to another airdrops video, and today I'm going to show you the strategy that I'm following and I will continue to follow for the foreseeable future regarding airdrops. I'm going to be completely transparent on what I'm doing and what I am doing it and how I'm going to move funds around to maximize my rewards. And what I want to tell you right now is that first of all, this target is for medium to large wallets mostly. So yeah, let's get started. So I have created this graph over here, and the first thing and the first tab that I'm following is bridges. So I'm farming bridges, but I'm not farming them as the majority of people do. I genuinely try to be a user, so I only use the bridges when I really need to use them. For example, I may have a task on layer 3, which is on the tab over here, and I have to move funds around. I have to bridge from specific networks to others. So I select one of the choices, one of the bridges over here, and I use it to do this interaction and be able to farm layer 3, all right? This is the idea. So as you've known, I have farmed the bridge. I have quite a good allocation, and this is a bridge that I'm not actively farming. It's season 2, and I think we will have quite a lot of time to farm it, especially now that the competition will be even smaller. Now, the bridges that I'm focusing on is mainly Alto right now. The reason for Alto is that I think they will tokenize inside September or October. They will take their snapshot very, very soon, and they have been giving out lots of points. So this is the main bridge I'm farming. And before I continue, I want to tell you that the links for all of these applications will be down below. And I would highly suggest that you watch the whole video, because you may take some great ideas and apply them to your own strategy. So I'm farming Alto right now, and I actually do farm it a little bit. I try to do a lot of bridging transactions, mainly to Scroll and Linea, because these two chains will have an airdrop inside of the autumn. Also, another application that I use mainly for swaps is Li-Fi. This is essentially the jumper exchange, and I use it mainly for swaps. Sometimes I also use it for bridge actions. And finally, what I use is Hyperlane, which I really like. They have created the foundation of it, so the token should also come soon. One of the things that happened yesterday or today is that Jumper Exchange has created a leaderboard, and it is actually farmed by 1.5 million wallets. I'm in ranking 80,000, which is good, but not the best. And I'm not really farming Jumper Exchange, but I think in terms of valuation, these will probably have the biggest valuation out of all. However, I like Hyperlane quite a lot, and I have done nearly 10 to 20 interactions with it. I have done Injective, Neutron, Celestia, Forma Chain, Arbitrum. I have done some Merkley gas refuels. Again, all of the links for all of these things will be down below. But the main target right now for me is Alto. Then I will switch over to Hyperlane, and of course I'm doing some transactions on Jumper Exchange. Now, the rewards that I will get from these bridges will be sold instantly, day 1, hour number 1, to get the maximum token value. And after I sell them, I will get my rewards into Mitosis. Now, why I like Mitosis so much? Because I can farm multiple airdrops at once. First of all, I can farm the Linea airdrop, the Scroll airdrop, the Eigenlayer airdrop, and the Etherfi airdrop. Now, don't get me wrong, I know these airdrops are very diluted. However, looking at the bigger picture, which is the Solana ecosystem, the majority of Solana DeFi applications have nearly or more TVL than Linea and Scroll, which makes them worse targets because they have lower valuations. Again, listen to me. I know some guys will start typing down below, but you are fucking idiots if you don't hear to what I have to say. Linea has a TVL of, let's say, 500 million. But because it will be a blockchain, it will have fully diluted value of 2, 3, 4, even $5 billion. And they will probably airdrop 10 to 15% of its supply. The same thing applies for Scroll, however Scroll should have a little bit more of a TVL, if I remember correctly. And these two chains will probably have a high valuation. Now, if you go and farm any other DeFi platform on the whole web, it may have bigger TVL than 700 million, because most DeFi applications on Ethereum are multi-chain. However, their valuation is a lot smaller than Linea or Scroll, because Linea and Scroll are blockchains. Fundamentally, they have a lot more valuation. Yes, they are layer 2s, but they're called layer 2 blockchains. Okay, so these two, in my opinion, are still good targets, no matter what. If you have decent funds, instead of putting them in Camino, on Solayer, on Marginfi, on Symmetry, putting them on Scroll or Linea will bring you better returns. This cannot change. It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, it is what it is. Now, Mitosis has something amazing. You get eigenlayer points. This is the main risk-taking solution of Ethereum. And you also get EtherFi points, which is a liquid staking solution. Both of these projects should have huge valuations as well. The TVL of Eigenlayer is $12 billion. They will be conducting their airdrop in September. You will actually be able to sell your Eigen allocation. And EtherFi is right now, I think, on season 2 or season 3. And again, they have, I think, $1.5 billion fully diluted valuation. So you farm Linea, you farm Scroll, you farm Eigenlayer, you farm EtherFi, and you farm the Mitosis airdrop. It's a no-brainer, guys. You farm multiple airdrops with high, fully diluted valuations. Yes, they have a high TVL, but you farm all of them together. It's so hard not to get a lot more rewards from this than from simple Solana ecosystem things. I love Solana. I think it's the blockchain of the future. I think the Solana coin is undervalued compared to Ethereum and BTC. But if you are farming airdrops, what I'm talking about is the reality. Now, Mitosis and all of these things have something very, very good. You get exposure to Ethereum, and Ethereum will probably grow. It will probably go to 500K. This is my target to compound on these applications till it hits $5,000, till Ethereum hits $5,000. Then I'm selling. If I get the rewards from these applications, I will auto-compound back into them. For example, if I get rewards from Eigenlayer, I sell my allocation and put the bonuses back into Linea, Scroll, and farming Eigenlayer next season, and EtherFi next season, and Mitosis season. And if I get Scroll, I bridge using one of the bridges that has not tokenized, or maybe I use one of the bridges that I want to farm for a second season, and I put the funds into the other chain. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I do this thing till all of these things tokenize and Ethereum hits 5K. Maybe Ethereum hits 3K, but Solana, for example, is still very, very undervalued. Maybe then I flip my profits over to Solana. I don't know. But this is the strategy that I have in my mind for the short term and midterm till 2025. But again, we don't know how markets will respond to all of the things that are happening. Now, I'm going to skip the third block over here, and I'm going to go over to the other tab. I continue to farm layer 3. I continue to farm Zora. And sometimes, some days I'm doing some testnets. Sometimes I do Zion, sometimes I do Carve, sometimes I do the Mint blockchain. but I'm not really heavy on testnets. I don't have the time, I don't have the discipline anymore to waste any more time on the testnets. The problem with testnets is that they take so long to come and airdrop us tokens, which I pretty much hate. However, if you have a very small wallet, I will leave you the link of my airdrop Excel down below, and you can go on daily airdrops and start doing all of these daily airdrops. The majority of these are testnets that are free to do. And I also have some weekly airdrops, which again, most of these are free to do. Also, for liquidity, I have given a huge list of things that you can do, the amount you have to deposit, and what you have to do exactly. So this is another great way. All right, let's move on. I will use the funds from layer 3 Zora testnets to compound into Mitosis, Linea scroll like in layer EtherFi to get more funds into them and potentially get a better reward from them at the end. Now, I want to move into the Solana ecosystem. The majority of the auto compounding that you see on screen is on Ethereum. Why is it on Ethereum? Because my funds on Ethereum are only the 10% of my portfolio. I'm underexposed to Ethereum because I am not a believer in Ethereum. I'm not a believer in layer 2s. The majority of my funds, 90%, is on Solana. I have $2,000 in Jupiter and I have another 12,000 into Camino and Solayer. So I don't want to increase my exposure to Solana for the time being because it still does not have ETFs and it does not have a lot of hype right now. And I also think that Mitosis, Linea scroll like in layer EtherFi will be the best airdrops to farm right now. So the auto compounding is happening mostly on Ethereum and Mitosis. However, I have Jupiter staked. I have 2,200 Jupiter staked. I'm expecting the ACR awards from it. I'm expecting the next launches and the rewards from the Jupiter launchpad. And I'm expecting season 2 airdrop of Jupiter. So Jupiter for me is one of the biggest targets. I'm using it nearly daily on Solana. I have done DCA orders, perpetual orders. I had JLP for a little bit of time. I'm doing lots of things with Jupiter, and I think that on season 2, I will probably get some kind of award from them. And I am also a big believer in the ACR awards. Why I am saying that? Because 200 million Jupiter were unclaimed from the first season. These 200 million may be given into ACR awards, the staking awards, which will come before season 2. Also, Jupiter will take a 30% supply cut across the board, which will make the price of it even more healthy for the foreseeable future. So, I'm a big believer in Jupiter and what they are doing. They're improving their product every day. And you also get the ACR awards, you get multiple airdrops of seasons, and you get launches from the tokens. Yes, the valuation of the token launches are not that big, but still is an added bonus. So I continue being on Jupiter, but I will not continue increasing my stake on Jupiter. Actually, if I can, I will leave and exit after the next ACR awards, because I don't want to take the dump that will happen after the season 2 airdrop. So I'm trying to maximize my returns. I'm trying to maximize my awards from Jupiter. I'm taking it slow. We're going to see, but in general, I'm a big believer. But Jupiter is a token that you can trade pretty safely and easily and make profits by flipping it. So I keep my eye on it as well. Now let's finalize. Right now, what I'm doing with my biggest amount of funds. I have deposited around 10%, 15% actually of my capital into Solayer. I got staked Sol through Solayer. This is one of the first restaking solutions on Solana. It brings you a good APY and you farm their airdrop, which is only 150 million in TVL. I think Solayer will have a pretty reasonable valuation, and I think I can make some good returns on it. One of the airdrops that I farmed heavily in the past is Marginfi. I'm in the top 20,000 wallets. I'm happy with my position. I'm waiting for them to bring out their stablecoin, which will increase the Marginfi profits and its valuation and TVL in general. I also heavily farmed Symmetry. I'm one of the top 300 wallets in the platform. I'm waiting for them to tokenize. And right now, the majority of my funds is on Camino. Specifically, I'm on a Meteora pool for Jupiter and Solana. The APY has been falling down. It's like 20% APY. So I may look into flipping these things in the future into another pool that is maybe Solayer and Solana. But the important thing is that this pool is on Meteora. So I use Camino to auto-rebalance and auto-compound my fees into the Meteora pool. And I'm farming Camino and Meteora at the same time while having exposure to my two favorite coins, the Jupiter coin and the Solana coin. So that's all. This is all of my strategy. I will leave the link for all of the things that I mentioned today down below in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. Press the like button and subscribe for more. Goodbye.